welcome back to another video, and today we have the event for Monster Jam Points Competition Season 2, event number 4. So first things first, before we get things started, I would just like to quickly apologize for not making a video in just over 3 weeks now, which my last video was actually event number 3, so it's been a few weeks since I last did this. So if you guys, for whatever reason, don't know which truck you're in, then make sure you guys go check out the Field of Trucks video before you watch anything else, and then I would suggest you guys watch the first 3 events first, but I mean, if you don't want to, you don't have to, but this is event number 4. Now, just like in every single event, I will go over the current point standings at the end of the video, so if you guys lose and you don't want to watch anymore, just skip to the end of the video to see how many points you have, like the last 2 minutes or so. I will show the point standings, but yeah, here are all the races for round number 1. I'm sure you guys know, but you're in the same truck for every single event, so if you guys didn't sign up on time, when I made the sign-up video like a month and a half ago, then unfortunately you were not in. But yeah, here are the remaining lines of trucks. The current points leader coming into this event is the Training Trucks Zombie. He has a big points lead, so for anybody that's trying to catch him for the championship, it's very important that there's Training Truck Zombie right there. It's very important that he loses early on if some guys want to catch him. But anyways, there's the final race of round number 1. Now, your reigning champion, actually, of event number 3 was Ride Truck Gravedigger. He is second in the points. He takes on Blue Crustacean in round 1, but he still has a little bit of ways to go to catch up to Zombie Training Truck, who I don't think has done any worse than the semifinals in all 3 events so far. So, no question, Training Truck Zombie has been the favorite so far this season, but we will see if anybody can stop him here. But anyways, guys, without further ado, we're going to kick things off with the Gold Bakugan Dragonoid taking on Ice Dragon to kick off event number 4. Now, actually, one more thing I have to show you guys before we get started. If you guys, for whatever reason, haven't seen the first 3 events, this is basically how the track is going to work. So, of course, we have the basic show-off showdown ramp that we will be using, and the trucks will go down the ramp. Now, if both trucks hit the laptop here, or these 2 Fire Nice 5-packs that I have on this line here, if both trucks hit it, whoever hits it first will advance. But if they seem to hit it pretty much simultaneously, then I will do a rerun. But other than that, if they both hit it, it'll be whoever hits it first will advance to the next round. So, one last thing that I have to mention really quickly is if you lose in round 1, you will get 1 point for this event to add on to your total so far for the entire season. But anyways, that's that. Now let's kick off event number 4. So event number 4 is underway. And the first winner is going to be the Gold Bakugan Dragonoid. Next up, we have Stinger Unleashed taking on Fire Pirate's Curse. And it's going to be Fire Pirate's Curse getting the win. Next up, we have Zombie Megalodon taking on the Black World Finals 19 Max D. And Megalodon is going to take the win. Next up, we have Batman taking on Wildflower. And it's going to be Wildflower taking the win. He hit the line first, and he will advance. I don't even think Batman hit it. He might have hit it slightly and then bounced off. I don't know. But I think it was pretty clear that Wildflower hit it first. Next up, we have the first Fire and Ice battle between Fire Monster Mutt Rottweiler taking on Yeti. And Monster Mutt Rottweiler Fire, for the first time this season, is going to get a win in round number 1. He defeats Yeti. Next up, we have your event number 3 winner, the Ride Truck Gravedigger, taking on Blue Crustacean. And it's going to be Ride Truck Gravedigger. Next up, we have a battle of 2 fire trucks. We have Zombie taking on Horsepower. And, let me go back and take a look at the clip to see if it was simultaneous or not, but I think it might have been, so we might rerun. But let me go take a look. Alright, so going back and looking at the clip, I could tell that just barely Fire Horsepower did hit the line first. If you guys don't believe me, you can even go back and watch the clip, and you can like slow down the speed of the video or whatever. But Horsepower did take the win, so he will advance and Zombie will be eliminated. Next up, we have Cyclops taking on the Zombie Pirate's Curse. And, it looked like that Cyclops is going to take the win. If you guys go back and look, you can even slow it down. Cyclops hit it first, so he will advance. Next up, we have Nomad Avenger taking on El Toro Loco. And Nomad Avenger rolls over, and that will give the win to El Toro Loco. Next up, we have the Training Trucks Earthshaker taking on Overcast Zombie. And it's going to be Training Trucks Earthshaker. Next up, we have Ice Cream Man taking on Fire Max D. And it's going to be Fire Max D. I don't think Ice Cream Man hit the side. You guys can see right there that he did not hit any of those cars. So Max D will take the win. Next up, we have Wonder Woman taking on the Ice Monster Mutt Dalmatian. And it's going to be Ice Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Next up, we have the Ice Bakugan Dragonoid taking on the Creature Son of a Digger. And it's going to be, man, that's a close race. Now, Son of a Digger did not hit Yeti. But as you guys can see right there, that is an extremely close race. But it's pretty obvious that Son of a Digger is way closer to hitting the line. So Son of a Digger will advance. Next up, we have Sasquatch taking on the Ice El Toro Loco. And it's going to be Ice El Toro Loco getting the win over Sasquatch. Next up, we have the Inverse Alien Invasion taking on Bad News Travels Fast. And it's going to be Inverse Alien Invasion. Next up, we have Fire Megalodon taking on Training Trucks El Toro Loco. And it's going to be Megalodon Fire. Next up, we have Pirate's Curse taking on the Mystery Machine. And it's going to be Pirate's Curse. Next up, we have Overcast Dragon taking on Ice Monster Mutt. And Ice Monster Mutt is going to get the comeback win over Overcast Dragon. Next up, we have Jurassic Attack taking on Avenger. And it's going to be Jurassic Attack. Next up, we have the Fire Monster Mutt Husky taking on Bounty Hunter. And, oh, I thought Bounty Hunter might have came back to took the win, but Fire Monster Mutt Husky is going to block him and take the win. Next up, we have Whiplash taking on the Elemental Trucks Gravedigger. And it's going to be Whiplash taking the win. Next up, we have Ice Blue Thunder taking on Monster Mutt Dalmatian. And it's going to be Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Next up, we have Fire Soldier Fortune Black Ops taking on Mohawk Warrior. And it's going to be Fire Soldier Fortune Black Ops. Next up, we have Scooby-Doo taking on Time Flies. And Scooby-Doo is going to take the win with a block. Next up, we have Aftershock taking on Ice Alien Invasion. And Aftershock hit it first, and he will take the win. Next up, we have Fire Mohawk Warrior taking on Soldier Fortune. And Soldier Fortune is going to get his first win out of all of the events because he lost in round 1 in the first 3 events as well. And he will eliminate the Fire Mohawk Warrior. Next up, we have a Fire and Ice battle between Fire Son of a Digger and Ice Octonator. And Fire Son of a Digger is going to block the Ice Octonator for the win. Next up, we have a battle of 2 fast trucks. We have the Inverse Higher Education taking on Sparkle Smash. And it's going to be Higher Education. Next up, we have the Zombie Northern Nightmare taking on Stone Crusher. And it's going to be Northern Nightmare. Next up, we have Iron Outlaw taking on Ice Soldier Fortune. It's going to be Iron Outlaw. He did hit it first. If you guys go back and look, like I said before, you can even slow down the video if you want. Iron Outlaw hit it first and he will advance. Next up, we have Slinger taking on the Nitro Neon's Pirate's Curse. And what a race, and it's going to be Slinger. Next up, we have the Overcast Blue Thunder taking on Zombie Mohawk Warrior. It's going to be Blue Thunder. Next up, we have Octonator taking on your points leader, the Training Truck Zombie. And Zombie is going to get the win. Octonator put up a good fight, but nobody can stop that Training Truck Zombie. Next up, we have Wildfire taking on the Inverse Brodozer. It's going to be Brodozer. Next up, we have Monster Mutt Poodle taking on World Finals 21. And that, I'm pretty sure, is simultaneous, but let me go back and take a look at the clip. So that was definitely the closest race so far of the series. They hit the laptop at the exact same time, so we have switched up the lanes, and we are going to do a rerun. And it's going to be Monster Mutt Poodle taking the win. Next up, we have the Ice Northern Nightmare taking on the Red Bakugan Dragonoid. And it's going to be Northern Nightmare. I know Dragonoid hit those trucks there, but I don't think it was going to affect him. Plus, I think when he hit that, I'm pretty sure Northern Nightmare already hit the laptop before then. So, yeah, Northern Nightmare will advance. Next up, we have Queen Bee taking on Monster Mutt Husky. And Queen Bee flips over. That will give the win to Monster Mutt Husky. Next up, we have Horsepower taking on the Nitro Neon's Max D. And it's going to be Max D with the come-from-behind win over Horsepower. Next up, we have Brodozer taking on the Ice Earthshaker. And it's going to be Brodozer taking the win. Next up, we have the final race of round number 1, which is Fire Whiplash taking on Big Kahuna. And Whiplash will take the win. So here's a look at all of the trucks that lost in round number 1. So they will get a total of 1 point for this event to add on to their total for the whole season. Again, like I said in the beginning of the video, at the end of this video, I will go over the current point standings. But anyways, guys, here are all 40 trucks that are in round number 2. So if you lose in round 2, you'll get a total of 3 points for this event. And without further ado, we're going to kick things off with the Gold Bakugan Dragonoid taking on Fire Pirate's Curse. So round number 2 is underway. And the first winner is going to be Fire Pirate's Curse. Sorry if they both weren't in the camera view there. They kind of went in opposite directions, but Pirate's Curse takes the win. Next up, we have Zombie Megalodon taking on Wildflower. And it's going to be Megalodon. Next up, we have the Fire Monster Mutt Rottweiler taking on the Ride Truck Gravedigger. This is a big race here. And it's going to be Fire Monster Mutt Rottweiler with the huge upset win. Ride Truck Gravedigger came into this event second in the point standings, and he loses in round number 2 to Monster Mutt Rottweiler Fire. Next up, we have Fire Horsepower taking on Cyclops. And Cyclops is going to get the come from behind win. Next up, we have El Toro Loco taking on the Training Trucks Earthshaker. And it's going to be Training Trucks Earthshaker. Next up, we have a Fire and Ice battle between Fire Max D and Ice Monster Mutt Dalmatian. And it's going to be Ice Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Next up, we have Creature Son of a Digger taking on Ice El Toro Loco. And it's going to be Son of a Digger, an amazing save by El Toro Loco, but he will be eliminated. Next up, we have Inverse Alien Invasion taking on Fire Megalodon. And it's going to be Inverse Alien Invasion. Next up, we have Pirate's Curse taking on Ice Monster Mutt. And it's going to be Ice Monster Mutt taking the win. Next up, we have Jurassic Attack taking on Fire Monster Mutt Husky. It's going to be Fire Monster Mutt Husky. He hit the line first. You can go back and watch it if you want, but Husky takes the win. Next up, we have Whiplash taking on Monster Mutt Dalmatian. It's going to be a rerun. That was simultaneous, so for the second time in this event, we're going to have a rerun. So we have switched up the lanes, and here goes the rerun. It's going to be Whiplash with the come from behind win over Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Next up, we have Fire Soldier Fortune Black Ops taking on Scooby-Doo. It's going to be Scooby-Doo. And yes, Soldier Fortune Black Ops did hit the cars, but you could tell by the way that he was pointed that he was probably just going to keep going in that direction. So I don't think that would have affected him really. Scooby-Doo will advance. Next up, we have Aftershock taking on Soldier Fortune. And it's going to be Aftershock. Next up, we have Fire Son of a Digger taking on the Inverse Higher Education. And it's going to be Son of a Digger Fire with the big upset win. Next up, we have Zombie Northern Nightmare taking on Iron Outlaw. And it's going to be the Zombie Northern Nightmare. Next up, we have Overcast Blue Thunder taking on Slinger. And it's going to be Overcast Blue Thunder taking the win over Slinger. Next up, we have your points leader, Training Trucks Zombie. Can Inverse Brodozer stop him before Zombie just completely runs away with the championship? No, he cannot. Zombie is moving on to round number 3. That truck just cannot be stopped. Next up, we have Monster Mutt Poodle taking on the Ice Northern Nightmare. And it's going to be... Wow, that was a really close race. One of the closest races so far, but you guys can tell right there that just barely by the slightest bit, Northern Nightmare will take the win. Next up, we have Monster Mutt Husky taking on the Nitro Neons Max D. And it's going to be Monster Mutt Husky, I think. Let's take a look at the aerial view. Yes, it is. Next up, we have the final race of round number 2, which is going to be Brodozer taking on Fire Whiplash. And Fire Whiplash will take the win over Brodozer. So here's a look at all of the trucks that lost in round number 2, which means they get a total of 3 points for this event. And now it is time for round number 3. We are down to 20 trucks. Here's a look at all of the races in round number 3. And we're going to kick things off with Fire Pirate's Curse taking on Zombie Megalodon. And by the way, if you lose in this round, you will get 5 points for this event. So round number 3 is underway. And the first winner is going to be Fire Pirate's Curse. Next up, we have Fire Monster Mutt Rottweiler taking on Cyclops. Cyclops will take the win. Next up, we have the Training Trucks Earthshaker taking on Ice Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Earthshaker will take the win. Both of these trucks are very fast, but Earthshaker is going to edge him out. Next up, we have the Creature Son of a Digger taking on the Inverse Alien Invasion. It's going to be Alien Invasion. Next up, we have a Fire and Ice battle. These two trucks actually came in the same Demolition Doubles pack. We have Ice Monster Mutt and Fire Monster Mutt Husky. It's going to be Monster Mutt. Next up, we have Whiplash taking on Scooby-Doo. It's going to be Whiplash taking the win. Next up, we have Aftershock taking on Fire Son of a Digger. It's going to be Fire Son of a Digger. Aftershock, you can see him in the top right corner. He went way over there, but clearly Son of a Digger hit it first, so he will advance. Next up, we have Zombie Northern Nightmare taking on Overcast Blue Thunder. And Northern Nightmare flips over a ton, and that will give the win to the Overcast Blue Thunder. Next up, we have the Training Truck Zombie, who is practically running away with the championship here in event number 4, but can he be stopped by the Ice Northern Nightmare? No, he will not. I thought it was going to be closer than that, but they made a little bit of contact. I thought Northern Nightmare might be able to beat him to the line, but no, they make contact, and Zombie will advance. Next up, we have the final race of round number 3. It's going to be Monster Mutt Husky taking on the Fire Whiplash. And it's going to be Fire Whiplash. So here's a look at all of the trucks that lost in round number 3, which means they get a total of 5 points for this event. And now it is time for round number 4. So first things first, I will not announce the field of trucks in this round, but I will in the next round. So once we get to round 5, I will announce the field of trucks. But basically, if you guys have not yet seen the first 3 events, this is how this round will work, because obviously with 10 trucks, there's going to be 5 winners and 5 losers, and to have 5 trucks in the next round, that is an odd number, so that would not work. So obviously, we're going to need a fast loser race. So how that fast loser race is going to work, with out of the 5 trucks that lose in this round, the 2 trucks that have the best runs out of the losers will face off in the fast loser race, and the 4 trucks that end up getting eliminated in this round will get a total of 7 points for this event. So yeah, with the fast loser, there's going to be no favorites played or anything like that. It's just the 2 losers that have the best runs will face off in the fast loser. So anyways, without further ado, we're going to kick off round number 4 with Fire Pirate's Curse taking on Cyclops. So round number 4 is underway. And the first winner is going to be Cyclops. Fire Pirate's Curse flipped over really early, and he will be eliminated. Next up, we have the Training Trucks Earthshaker taking on the Inverse Alien Invasion. It's going to be Training Trucks Earthshaker. Next up, we have Ice Monster Mutt taking on Whiplash. It's going to be Whiplash, but Ice Monster Mutt is going to have a good chance at coming back as a fast loser. Next up, we have Fire Son of a Digger taking on Overcast Blue Thunder. It's going to be, oh man, Son of a Digger blocked him, but did Blue Thunder's tire get ahead? I don't think so. No, it didn't. As you guys can see at the top of your screen, Son of a Digger will take the win. Next up, we have the final race until the fast loser race. It's going to be Training Truck Zombie taking on Fire Whiplash. It's going to be Zombie. He hit it first. So here's a look at all 5 trucks that have advanced to round number 5, but now it is time for the fast loser race to see who will take on Training Truck Zombie. So here are all 5 trucks that lost in that round, and like I said, we're going to pick the 2 trucks that had the best round. Now, only 2 of these 5 hit the laptop, so it was pretty easy to determine which 2 had the best run, and that was Fire Whiplash and Ice Monster Mutt. So they will face off in the fast loser race, and these 3 trucks right here get a total of 7 points for this event, and the loser of this race will get 7 points as well. But yeah, let's see who's going to get it, Fire Whiplash or Ice Monster Mutt. Who will advance to round number 5? It's going to be Ice Monster Mutt, but what a race. So these 4 trucks will get a total of 7 points for this event. Fire Whiplash put up a good fight there, but it was just not enough. But now it is time for round number 5. These 6 trucks remain. In just a minute, I'm going to go over the field of trucks, but quickly, I'm just going to explain how this works. Now, it's basically going to work the exact same way as last round did, but only this time, since there is 6 trucks instead of 10, there's going to be 3 winners and 3 losers. So out of the 3 losers, 2 of those 3 are going to have another chance, whichever 2 have the best run, just like we did last round. So yeah, that's how this round is going to work, and if you lose in this round, you will get 9 points for this event. So without further ado, let's go over the field of trucks. So inside of Cyclops, we have Dolores Simmons. Inside of the Training Trucks Earthshaker, we have Chase Bantz. Inside of Whiplash, we have Doomsday 5155. Inside of Fire Son of a Digger, we have Pinchy 08. Inside of the points leading truck, Training Truck Zombie, we have Monster Jams times 10. And then inside of Ice Monster Mutt, we have the Murph Tube channel. So 2 trucks here that I'm pretty surprised are still in are actually the 2 Fire and Ice trucks, Fire Son of a Digger and Ice Monster Mutt. In the first 3 events, both of those trucks lost in the first round in all 3 events, but here they are now in round number 5. alive in just the final 6 trucks. Then we have the 2 training trucks. Earthshaker hasn't had the best season. Still a pretty good season, but not the best season. And Zombie has just been dominating this season. The worst he's done in any of the events is losing in the semifinals. So that truck so far is unstoppable. And then Cyclops and Whiplash have had pretty good seasons as well. But anyways, without further ado, we're going to kick things off with Cyclops taking on the training truck's Earthshaker. So who will advance to the semifinals? It is going to be Training Truck's Earthshaker. He did hit it first, but there is a very good chance that Cyclops will have a chance to come back in the fast loser, though. Who is going to take on the Training Truck's Earthshaker in the semifinals? Is it going to be Whiplash or Fire, Son of a Digger? It's going to be Whiplash. Son of a Digger did not hit the line, and you guys could clearly see that Whiplash did, and he will advance. Next up, we have the final race until the fast loser race. It's going to be Training Truck Zombie taking on Ice Monster Mutt. It's going to be Training Truck Zombie. So these 3 trucks are in the semifinals, but now it is time for the fast loser race. So these 3 trucks all lost in that round, and it was pretty clear which one had the worst run, and that was Ice Monster Mutt. So unfortunately, Ice Monster Mutt will not have another chance, but he will get 9 points for this event. So will the loser of this race here. This is the fast loser. It is Cyclops and Fire, Son of a Digger. So the winner will advance to the semifinals, and the loser will get 9 points. So who will advance to the semifinals? Is it going to be Cyclops or Fire, Son of a Digger? It's going to be Cyclops. So these 2 trucks will get a total of 9 points for this event. And now it is time for the semifinals. So let's go over the field of trucks. Inside of the Training Truck's Earthshaker, we have Chase Bance. Inside of Whiplash, we have Doomsday 5155. Inside of Training Truck Zombie, we have Monster Jams times 10. And inside of Cyclops, we have Dolores Simmons. So all 4 of these trucks have had pretty good seasons. Zombie, of course, has had the best season by far. But Earthshaker, Whiplash, and Cyclops have all done pretty good. And even though it looks like Zombie is most likely going to win the championship this season, there's still always a battle for second. And I would say those other 3 trucks are still very much alive in that battle for second. So, yeah, if you lose in this round, you'll get 11 points, and that's pretty much it. So who is going to go to the championship race? Is it going to be Chase Bance in the Training Truck's Earthshaker or Doomsday 5155 in Whiplash? Who is going to go to the championship race? It is going to be Training Truck's Earthshaker with a block on Whiplash. Chase Bance is in the championship race, and if Zombie wins, we could have 2 training trucks to square off in the championship race, but Earthshaker has done it. Whiplash did amazing in this event, definitely his best event so far, and he will get a total of 11 points for this event, and Earthshaker is in the championship race. So who is going to meet the Training Truck's Earthshaker in the championship race? Is it going to be the fellow training truck with Zombie, or is it going to be Cyclops? Can Cyclops finally put an end to Training Truck Zombie? He will not. Zombie is in the championship race, but just like Whiplash, Cyclops definitely had his best event so far. He did really, really good, and just like Whiplash as well, both of those trucks are still very much in it this season for at least second place. I don't know if anybody's going to be able to catch Zombie, but Cyclops and Whiplash, they both get 11 points for this event and are both still very much alive in the race for second. But Training Truck Zombie is in the championship race. And now it is time for the championship race of Monster Jam Points Competition Season 2, Event Number 4. So it is a battle of the training trucks. We have Training Truck's Earthshaker and Training Truck Zombie. So Training Truck's Earthshaker, the driver is Chase Bance. Now coming into this event, I believe he has 15 points, maybe 13, either 15 or 13 points, I'm not sure exactly, but I do know it is tied for 15th in the point standing. So Earthshaker, with a big event here today, having the best run possibly if he can defeat Zombie, is definitely still alive for second place. But Training Truck Zombie, he's the points leader. He came into today with 39 points, which was a 12-point lead over Ride Truck Gravedigger, who had 27, but considering that Ride Truck Gravedigger lost in round 2, Zombie right now is running away with the championship. In Event 1, he lost in the championship race. He won Event 2, and in Event 3, he actually lost in the semifinals. So, in 3 of the 4 events, he's made it to the championship race every time now, and he did lose in the semis once. But anyways, let's see if Earthshaker can stop him. Your winner of Monster Jam Points Competition Season 2, Event Number 4 is going to be none other than Chase Bance in the Training Truck's Earthshaker. He did hit the line first. You guys can even go back and take a look. And Training Trucks Earthshaker has done it. So believe it or not, even with how much Zombie has been dominating, we have still had a new winner every time. Event 1 was Inverse Higher Education. And then Zombie won Event 2. Event 3 was Ride Truck Gravedigger, and now Event 4 is Earthshaker Training Truck. So congratulations to Chase Bance and the Training Trucks Earthshaker for winning Event number 4. Monster Jams times 10, you did amazing as usual. You're currently running away with the championship, but we'll take a look at the current point standings right now. So anyways, better luck next time to Monster Jams times 10. Maybe you can win event number 5. Congratulations one last time to Chase Bance. Now I will total up the current point standings and let's take a look. Alright, so here's a look at the current point standings after this event, and as you guys can see, Training Truck Zombie is the points leader right now with a 22-point lead over second place, which is the Ride Truck Gravedigger with 30 points. So, I mean, there's still 6 events left, but Training Truck Zombie right now is completely running away with the championship. But there's a big battle for second right now. Ride Truck Gravedigger, Training Trucks Earthshaker, Inverse Higher Education, Whiplash, Cyclops, Nitro Neons Max D, Fire Zombie, Ice Dalmatian, Scooby-Doo, World Finals 21. All of those guys are within just 10 points of each other from Ride Truck Gravedigger down to World Finals 21. So it's still all up in the air for second place. But right now, as you guys can see at the top, though, Training Truck Zombie is going to have to be stopped if anybody has a chance of beating him this season. Because right now, 52 points is absolutely insane. Like I said, he has a 22-point lead on second place. But, yeah, so here's the rest of the point standing. So just look for your name and your truck, and then you can see how many points you have and also what position you're in the point standings. So, yeah, here they all are. I'll show you guys all 80 of them. Now, as for event number 5, I don't know exactly when that one will be. I know it was like a 3-week wait for this event, so it definitely won't be that long, definitely in the next week or so. But I still have a couple other videos that I have to post in the meantime, and yeah, so there it is right there, 73rd through 80th, so basically the ones on the screen right now, all 7 or 8 of those guys have lost in round 1 so far in every single event, but maybe some of them can at least turn that around by next event, because we'll see who ends up getting dead last by the end of this season as well. That should be interesting to see. But anyways, that's basically going to wrap it up for this video. Again, Training Truck Zombie right now is running away with the championship, but there's still 6 events left because it is a 10-event season, so we'll see if anybody can catch him. And then other than Zombie, that battle for second is really heating up right now, so it's going to be interesting. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I know this one was, I think, the longest points competition event yet, so if you guys made it to the end, I appreciate it so much, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure you guys do subscribe, and then of course make sure to leave a like on the video, turn on post notifications as well, and comment anything you guys want to down in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time.